welcome back to the Balearic Live Show. My name is Ria. I am your host. And yes, we just finished the Spanish edition, but it's back with me again. Sorry, they were probably more interesting. But how you guys doing? I'm joined by some great guests right now. I've got Alvaro, a yacht designer, amongst many other things. And it's exterior yachts, correct?
Is it?
And somebody who is making some waves in the industry, because I'd already heard about his company before I ever met him, Ivan from Iddes, the company that is looking into sustainable ways for yachting to go into the future. How are you?
Good, thank you very much.
Right, well, let me start with you. You know, right now, the big buzzword within the industry is sustainability. And you know, the world in general is looking towards how we can be kinder to the environment around us. And when you talk about ultra-high net worth individuals, they're not only how we can, but how we can be an influence on others. And your company is forefront on that when it comes to, you know, changing the way that you power yachts, really.
Correct, yeah. I mean, there's a big focus on the powering and on the energy demands and how we make all of this sustainable. As we know, yachts consume a lot of energy. They take a lot of energy to move. So there are many different innovations in different fields, and our company focuses on quite a broad array of different possibilities, you know, from the more traditional sail and, you know, promoting sail further together with hybrid electrical propulsions to other means more innovative. We're digging into hydrogen, we're digging into other more controversial, you know, subjects such as atomic power and a new breed of nuclear reactors as well. So there's a big move towards that sustainability approach to reduce the impact that we cause in the environment and be kind of a driver, like a driver towards sustainability for the industries, including the maritime industry. Absolutely.
Now, when we talk about sort of the future of yachting, you know, we see a big drive as well towards these expedition yachts, and we are not just seeing them build expedition yachts, but they are looking to take the industry with scientists and to, you know, check out the environment and see what's happening and how they can make those changes. Is this part of what you guys are part of?
Yeah, indeed. Every owner or every client which is approaching us lately, they have a requirement which is more than to go and call it exploration yacht. They want to be able to go wherever they want to. They want to be able to not be limited by the yacht. They want to be able to live different experiences on board. So all of that falls under the umbrella of an expedition yacht, but it really is an ocean-going, comfort, safe, and capable vessel where you can carry all different types of vehicles and sometimes even incorporate science, so you can actually go and look into the terrain or go for very deep dives, you know. So yeah, absolutely. The clients are looking for yachts not only now to cruise the Mediterranean and the Caribbean, but you know, they're going to make a massive investment. They want to be able to be limitless, really. Yeah.
Now, Alvaro, in the latest sort of designs that you've been doing, what type of trends are you seeing?
What kind of?
Trends, new things that are coming up in the future.
Well, clearly, when you see the clients that want to bring to the boats what they have at home, or just that capability of being far away and not being able to not be, not to resign from any of the things that they would like to have. You know, so sort of if they go to the Antarctica, they would like to have absolutely everything that they could enjoy. So just even cars, like Explorer, yes, with the helicopters, and that's a matter of toys and everything. So, you know, it's increasing. You see, like, people asking for more, so they're pushing the boundaries to us to make possible that we can give them all those things that they want to have on board.
Well, let me ask you, I mean, you know, we're talking about expedition yachts, we're talking about putting cars on board, helicopters, et cetera, et cetera. As far as the guests and the people on board, are you finding that it's more of family units that they want designed for, as before it was perhaps a single person or couples? Are you finding that they want, say, schoolrooms and space for more of the family sort of interaction?
That's something we've seen lately, because, well, due to the pandemic, and people have the need to be away for longer. So clearly they need to have schools for the kids. If they're going to be, let's say, travel the world, to be away from the people. This is not a bad thing, but it's safer for them.
Yeah.
So yes, clearly you see all those things growing, even bigger hospitals on board to be able to take care of the crew and everyone on board. And well, you see different demands depending on the client, but clearly you see that family growing thing, more demand.
Well, something I've noticed lately in some of my research is that for a while their yachts were getting smaller when you started getting into the expedition yachts. But now it seems like that's changing again, and they are starting to look at becoming bigger and bigger. Have you found that?
Yes, of course. There are different factors, but I will get into the one that people need to have a bigger boat in case they want to be away for longer. You need more storage space, sort of also for the provisions. Yeah. So that means that they need a bigger boat.
Now, and how are you finding, because of course fuel is what provides, the fridges to run and, every little thing on a yacht. And we're not talking just small things. I mean, I can't even imagine the amount of power it takes to run, for example, a 100-meter yacht. And those are the types of yachts, 100 meters and up, that we're talking about nowadays. Is these new forms of fuel going to be able to make sure that everything runs exactly the same way that it always has done?
Well, fuel, it's an issue. But it's also the emissions to the environment. So there's a lot of there's a big push towards innovations to create technologies to reduce the emissions, to use even cleaner fuels. That's kind of a very big subject now with the whole hydrogen, but not only hydrogen, but clean fuels, synthetic fuels. So there's a big push to actually not having to change much the technology to be clean. So that's a very interesting subject, and then that should maintain the boats operating to even higher efficiencies than normal. Absolutely, it's just a lot of research, a lot of innovation, a lot of trials, and then integrating all of that into a working, feasible system. Absolutely.
So looking towards the future, how far in the future do you think that some of these radical things that you're looking at doing will actually be reality?
Well, they're happening. For example, synthetic fuels. You've got, the fuel is generated using atomic power on land. This is actually happening nowadays, So the only thing we need to do is put that fuel into the boats and making the engines suitable to accept that fuel. So a lot of the technologies are, available, very close available, and some others more radical but still in process, like a new breed of reactors or so. That will be further down the line, maybe on the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, I think I had an interview just the other day, and somebody brought up the reactors, and ironically enough, here I am interviewing the gentleman that is responsible for that. Why do people fear that concept? Why is that so controversial?
History. It's the 1960s. They had the choice to do. They have this wonderful technology, and they had the choice to use a cheaper version of the technology, which could be weaponized, and it was quite dangerous to run. Or they had the option to do a cleaner, most expensive technology, which couldn't be weaponized. So history pushed it towards the wrong side of the equation, and now we just have to bring that lever to the reality that it is a very solid, safe technology. Yeah, clean as well.
That's really important. Well, Alvaro, is there any exciting projects that you've worked on lately that you think might, be built one of these days? Because I know one of the things that designers do very, very often is they design some absolutely fantastical thing, and then what happens is somebody says, I kind of like that design, but let's make it a reality. Because generally speaking, a lot of these designs aren't something that could be built the way they're designed, but with a few pullbacks, they can be. Have you done anything lately that we could possibly see in the future?
Yes, of course, but there's nothing we can talk about at the moment. Sorry, but I think all of us will see very exciting projects coming out. And I think, well, clearly the industry is changing. thanks to the design, thanks to all the new resources to make the boat functional. And I think it's going to be very exciting now. There's nothing I can comment on, but we will all see what is coming out.
Well, you let me know first, right?
Yes, of course.
Well, gentlemen, I want to say thank you ever so much. It looks like the rain has stopped outside, and it's starting to dry up a bit, and I guess you've got to head back to your booth where everybody's coming by to say hello. Make sure to go and check out these guys if you're down here. You have a website, of course?
Of course, yeah. Iddes Yachts, yeah, .com.
IDES.com. You could have spelled it. It's IDDES. See?
Yachts.com.
Exactly. So definitely check that out if you're interested in what the future of yachting is looking like, and if you're looking for an absolutely amazing yacht designer. Alvaro here. What, you're on Instagram, no?
I am under my name, Alvaro Aparicio.
Alvaro, the word will be spelled out, or it should be spelled out on your screen right now. I can pronounce his first name, I just can't pronounce his last name. Anyways, come on down. I have to say again, the actual physical show, social distancing is being adhered to. Once again, we do have our masks, but we are the proper amount of space apart. They are limiting numbers when you enter. This morning when I came at about 1 o'clock, there was a little bit of a lineup and they were making people wait, so do bear that in mind. But it is very, very safe. Everyone is adhering to the rules. Check out all the virtual stands at the Balearic Yacht Show.